Hi guys, and welcome to May Is Your Ex Coming Back series. So this is dedicated to the people who kind of like still have this connection to their ex, or they're feeling the ex might be coming back. Just keep in mind that if you kind of decide in your head that you don't want to take him or her back, that's the final answer. So that kind of like trumps any other influence, and you already know what you're going to do about it. Still, sometimes it's fun to see how they're thinking in their own head. I'm going to show you the significators because I have developed this spread. It took me quite a while to actually find a combination, and you can imagine finding a combination of 7. We have here in Ontario 749, so you pick 7 numbers out of 4 and 9, so I picked 7 numbers out of 78, so actually much harder, so hence it is really difficult to do this. But finally I find something that really works, and these cards are from a different deck. Think of that as the chapters of the book. I'm going to explain to you what they mean. So before I get there, just to let you know that I actually started a first group of tarot school. I'm really excited, and I'm so excited because everybody in the school is like so much fun. It's just like, oh my gosh, you want more? Here, more. If ever in life, you know, one can actually wish for it, this was the one. And oh my gosh, I have to tell you, I am so excited. So the next round is going to be the 15th of May. You can sign up. The link is in the description box. And I actually decided I'll have small, basically groups. Initially, I thought it's going to be a self-study, no guidance of mine. But I'm actually interacting by actually fixing the homework, checking the homework, giving guidance. So hence it's going to be more of my hands-on. So you can join in. Now I'm getting a clear idea how this is going to go. And as I said, it's going to be a limited group, maybe 10 at a time. I kind of like took, I think, quite a bit in this first round, but that's okay because I love how insistent and how basically intense they are, because they're going to make this really good for everybody else who follows. So okay, so let's jump into this. This X spread kind of like has this elements, has this, let's call it dimensions, that I really want to address over here. And they make sense. You see, in this group that is represented with the magician, I want to see what in this relationship works, and sort of like what are these like brownie points that you can earn like without much effort. So also it's going to tell me if this relationship was ever a go. In the second house, the temperance is reversed purposely because temperance usually makes things work. But I really want to see what is tearing this relationship apart and why the issues have been experienced over there. Then we have 2 significators. One, and I don't go with astrological things, and if you ever go in my school you will understand why. And this is basically telling me what kind of like personality you have to be when you date, because we're not the same person when we date and when we settle in. So hence it's going to be 1 significator and a second significator. And here, and the cat is trying to destroy my headset over here. Here we are going to see the energy in between, like this like flow of love and exchange and what's going on. And now these 2 cards, the Judgment, is going to tell me what karma is thinking about this whole mix. Is this doable? Is it workable? How to go about that, right? And lastly, we will have the 4 of Wands. Generally, 4 of Wands always talks about the next stage. So what is the next stage in this relationship? Is it good? Is it bad? It's going to depend on the sign. And lastly, how I do the signs. Keep in mind that most of us are just humans. I'm sorry, I actually live in a very quiet part of Toronto, really very much to the river and forest, but sometimes we get these noises, especially at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you are watching this because you're still connected, sometimes we have the karmic bond, sometimes like it takes time to get over a relationship, then it is really good to check for both of you. It's also good to check for your partner's Mars sign, because Mars sign tells you really what they want. You can just Google, you know, find the free natal chart for anybody, and you will figure out what is a Mars sign for somebody. And that way we can kind of like determine really what is the really good chance of this relationship. And last point, guys, this is a general reading, so I'm focusing on you, and you already have you and somebody else in mind. You're already holding the energy of not only 2 main signs, but also their ascendants and everything else. So I'm accumulating all this energy, focusing on it, shuffling the cards toward that energy, and delivering. It is different when I'm doing the private reading, and this spread is on the special. It is still $50. I'm keeping it because when people are in distress, I really don't want to make money of them. The regular price for this is $65, but I have been keeping it discounted. And now it's also a speed up promotion that is happening simultaneously. So instead of waiting 3 weeks for this to come back to you, you're getting it within a week. So it is a good deal to try it. So let's start with Maze. Is your ex coming back? Hi Saggies, I'm not calling you Saggy because I want to insult you. To me, this is such a term of endearment. I know some people should really get off their high horse, but you know what? Their life must be so utterly miserable in the first place. I just want to tell you what I deal with. You spend a day, 12 hours of this, doing this. You're exhausted. You can wait for the day to finally finish so you can have this kind of like hot tea. And then you get Gloria York. That's hard labor. Always you get something negative. So I really hope, guys, that positive people will come through. That positive comments will come through. I really need that. And it's like these negative people are undermining this world at this stage. It is the good versus bad. Check these people. How do they even do that? Like, what do you have to do in your life that you want to go on somebody else's channel and be nasty like that? Beyond me. So guys, please promise me, be good. Promise me, say something nice. Maybe not on my channel, but to somebody else. Say something nice today. I'm now off my high horse. Okay. So what do I have here? Ace of Pentacles. The Temperance is falling reversed in the Temperance segment. And there is like this pain of rejection. It kind of looks to me something happened in the past. Somebody turned your life upside down. You're not healing. There was too many people in the situation. Everybody wanted something. And these boundaries were not established. Everybody lost here. And you know what is sad? This was supposed to move forward. My favorite ace, and it is in the segment of how things could be built. So what do? You go along your path, you love somebody, and then they tell you I'm with somebody else. And the shock happens. And you're saying, well, I just can't handle that. I am just not able to deal with this. Right? The Temperance reversed is a very powerful card, and it's coming in its own category, saying, after this is my land and sand. I cannot do it. Because the Star reverses, and I don't know, Saggies, were you dealing with some kind of with Aquarius person? Because the Star is Aquarius, kind of like they're giving you the shirt of their back, right? That's why they're naked, right? And it's if you're noticing, we are jug people, but neither of us would be a water sign, right? If this is Aquarius. If not, it simply was some kind of like sense of doom or sense of hopelessness. Look at this. These jugs here are creating alchemy. The jugs here are shedding knowledge. Aquarius is about knowledge. So imagine this reversing. Things are not gelling, and the knowledge is hidden. It's not expressed. Communication did not happen. And this is my wash machine brain. Like, it looks like somebody felt very righteous in the situation, and somebody felt devastated. When this card shows up, it talks about the third person stepping in and causing horrible pain. Because the karma is saying, why are you juggling? What's up with this? Why are you not building something here? Because the star in the upper situation is to build something so great. This is what my favorite card is. You can be in this doom and gloom when everything is dark, and then something clicks and hope is there. And without hope you have nothing, and with hope you have everything. So what happened here? This is something that is stemming like a while back, actually. And there you go. It's saying it is time to move on. It is time to go on. There are some details in the situation that have not been, let's say, taken care of. And I would say it was you, Saggies. The details, the devil was in the details. Let me see if the devil card shows up. Maybe there is this new turn of events where I see somewhere early in May, because this is kind of covering month and a half. I see certain things kind of like moving into the next stage. The World card is actually a good card. It means it was painful, but it's over. And make sure that right now you're dotting all your I's and crossing all your T's, because it's warning you. It's saying you're still trying to get in sync with this card. And look at him. He's looking in a distance where he wants to go, and he's holding this earth, which basically it's his own world. What is my own world? Stepping back. Are you married, Saggies? Queen of Pentacles could be a married person. That is like, in a way, because look at the two of them, and kind of like they seem to be together, but this person, you just can't make your mind up. It's time to go. The Chariot is, things are getting derailed. Like, it's a new beginning. This is like the World, and then the Fool is saying all of this stuff. Maybe you're sorting things out. You know, like when you clean the room and then you sort everything in their own box, in their own bracket. This is how this looks like. That lots of arrangements are being made. And ultimately, the cheating, whoever did the cheating, whoever was doing this duplicity, and not only was one person doing duplicity, but they were saying they were not, and they were saying almost like they were kind of little kind of Gloria-like belligerent kind of a thing. But one party see themselves not like they're seen on the outside. You see, this is kind of one of those things in psychology. Always ask questions, okay, who do you think you are, and how do the other people see you? Because it's kind of like very important. You can think you're the best possible person on the planet, but if other people see you as abrasive, you're not going to get to your goal, because this is saying that your partner is leaving. Your partner is like, look at this black horror, something unknown. Opportunity is missed. But this also could mean a married situation. This also could mean that marriage situation is staying married just for the sake of it. The Fool is single person. The Fool is saying, okay, hey, I'm done. I actually have learned, and this learning was not fun. It was painful, but it's time for me to kind of like move in a new direction. Look, it is the Karma card, but it's in this area. Wow. There is somebody who was like so meaningful to you guys, and you didn't reach the closure, you didn't reach the clarity in the situation, and hence you're spinning on that wheel. Because look at these two circular cards. They have these fixed signs, right? Like here you had this Aquarius, which is a fixed sign, but you also have Eagle and Phoenix represent Scorpio, you have a Leo, and you have Taurus. And those energies, not necessarily those signs, and maybe even Pisces, are actually playing a really big role in your situation, because it is either a wife or there is a somebody who depends on you. But you kind of like, and the Hermit is also relating to this card Star, kind of like, it is like, what will make me feel hopeful? Because this Wheel of Fortune, it's upright, but it is in a category of what is not gelling. So this somehow doesn't feel a lucky combination. And the Moon is definitely talking about a whole bunch of stuff. Look, you have the Star and the Moon. There is lots of darkness in a situation. And certain things has been, yeah, certain things has just like out. It's just like it's past its due date over here. And I think this is why it is. There are some children involved in this situation. Look at this. We have a king, we have a queen. They are definitely children. And hence, decisions are hard to reach. But there is somebody else, guys. You're dreaming about this perfect person, and this person actually doesn't need anybody. It's kind of really interesting that the Empress is coming over here, because the Empress is basically the stage. With Fool, we are really not moving forward. It's sort of like freeing ourselves from obligations. It's kind of coming to work and, hey, I have all these tools, what the heck am I doing today, kind of a thing, right? It is over here that we are actually attending to life. So the Empress plus Hermit plus Wheel of Fortune plus Moon. If you are male Sagittarius, you're getting out of the situation. If you are female Sagittarius, you are kind of coming to your own. If you're female Sagittarius, you would want to stay in this relationship in spite of things being fuzzy, in spite of things being hard. But you will really have to, and you will be going through really lots of thinking in this period of time. The thinking will be more about, what do you need to heal? There is like still something karmically that is working in the background. Like you might even have a few days that are really great and exciting, but then you will just like slap back to the situation that has existed previously because of this karmic wheel. It could be that you're with somebody with whom you knew each other for many, many lifetimes. But there's a strong bond here that is really difficult to break. It's kind of weird because look at it, cheating was on a family with this Empress. But this family seems to be very, very important, even though you really want to go solo. And I think you will probably go. Most likely if you're male Sagittarius, but I'm not so sure if you're female Sagittarius. So thank you very much, Sagittarius, and please don't take it personally that I'm calling a Sagittarius. It's really terms of endearment. I call Aquas Aqua, and you know, Capricorns Capris, and it's just kind of like a new way how, you know, things are done. So it's not really meant to provoke or to harm you. So hopefully you understand that. So your comments will be welcome. And until the next time, please, if you want your own reading, contact me via cattarot.ca. In the meantime, check me out on Instagram and on Facebook. And next week there is like a tarot coming out for May. Love you. All the best.